Now, unlike previous times, because we used a decoupler rather than a separatron, this thing is no longer floating in space helplessly. Energy-wise, this thing is doing beautifully. By the way, this is why I don't like doing this without RCS. What are these engines supposed to do? That's the gimbal that's supposed to be steering us. But it's the control wheel inside the satellite technically doing it. It seems cheaty. But okay. This was the last satellite mission that I could do. There were these individual missions, but I think this was the last one that was relevant. Let's check. Contracts. Explore the Mun. The flyby we can do. Gather scientific data from the Mun. I believe that can be in orbit. So that we can do. Return to Kerbal from flyby, we cannot do that yet. We're gonna have to design a probe to do that. But first, we're gonna get that other probe. So that one is basically done. Geostationary orbit. That's one we're currently doing. That's the Gotterdammerung we're waiting for. Specific orbit, that's this one. Low resolution scan, that's in progress, and that is in progress. So right now, we are waiting just for this satellite. So, let's point you towards your maneuver node. This is there. And make sure to add a maneuver node. Oh wait, we already had that one. Never mind, close that. We speed up. Island 2 batteries are almost empty. Oh, that's the other one. Good that he mentions that, because we are going to adjust the messaging for this one. Don't want battery or supply messages, storm or script, just reliability. And even kind of that one I don't need, but fine, whatever. This is built to win, not to last. Whatever. That probe is now gonzo. Fast forward. The Kerbal alarm is automatically slowing me down. Warning sickness is so stupid. Famous last words. We're doing fine. They are famous last words, I guess. Okay, so we have about 2,000 delta V. Oh hey, look at that. We have initiated the first flyby of the Mun. Oh. Oh, the Mun science scanner is in the Mun already. We've escaped the gravitational influence of Kerbin. That gives us cash and science. Excellent. Talk about close encounters. Any closer, there'd be paperwork. Cash and science. There we go. So our satellite, right now, there we go, has gotten into the influence of the Mun. Isn't that beautiful? We should switch to it and get some science while it's high. In fact, it's still high. Oh god, I was already supposed to do this maneuver. Look at that. That is the other probe that we are leaving behind because our relative speeds are now changing swiftly. Change that little sucker. There we go. We've now adjusted this the way we want to. So, at the descending node, that is exactly where you want to adjust, because that is where the two orbits basically cross. So we're gonna move this up a little bit. We want to burn up. Well, we don't want to burn up, but we want to burn upwards. Actually, can I adjust this a little bit while I'm here, maybe? No, you know what? Let's not do too much. We're gonna adjust this upward. Let's get this one out of the way for a second. Just move this upwards, so now what you can see is that we are too far out there. We need to adjust that to be closer. But that is something we can do from the Periapps environment. The Periapps from this spot, basically. So let's add another alarm for the Highlander 2, which is going to reach this maneuver node in 2 hours. Excellent. That way we can do that adjustment. Now, the Gotterdämmerung. Let's jump to this ship. Might have wanted to adjust the Kerbalism settings to the other one, but okay. So, orbital information, maybe vessel information. Let's make sure we keep an eye on that electric charge. Now, science here and now. Wait, are you not in... Oh, it's the Mun science scanner. Jump to ship. The Gotterdämmerung was the other one. This is the one I'm paying attention to. There we go, the Mun. Look at that. We had this baby sent all the way to the Mun. How's the vodka's been doing? Many new followers found the wrong time slot? Not exactly. Not exactly. No, it's... They've been doing right, grabbing 1 or 2 people. We've been getting a little bit of feedback from them. But I haven't really specifically gotten that many viewers, that many new followers from it. And I don't know what the right time is. I'm thinking actually of playing it in the middle of my night, which is maybe better for American time zones. Measuring the temperature of space appears to be quite impossible, as there's no matter around to be either hot or cold, except the spacecraft and the thermometer itself. It's probably going to give the R&D guys something to think about for a while. Pressure scan. Instrument reads 0. It's as if it were in a vacuum. Magnetometer, extend! A weak magnetic field indicates that the Mun may once have contained a molten iron core. Radiation. How much radiation is there? Well, you crossed Kerbin's radiation belt and did not die. Worry that this will spawn a bunch of crazy conspiracy theories. Excellent. Now, here's the thing. We want to define more of this. This baby, I don't know how much. Apparently we cannot turn it off. Here's our data. Let's check. If we transmit this, look at that transmission speed. It's the 6 credits that we're transmitting. Let's keep an eye on our power. That is currently okay. So it generates enough power through its there we go, solar panels to constantly transmit this. And it is currently, because of its good dish, transmitting it directly to Kerbin. Let's see, and we cannot change this transmission. See, there's no way we can turn that off when it's low on power. That's okay, let's have it transmit the data. Switch to the Gotterdämmerung. You're so pleased you can set the control scheme to be the same as Dark Souls? Oh, that's good. That's good, Vampiric. I do hate, you know, having to learn completely new system for no reason whatsoever. You dole out the money to get Skyrim the special edition. You found such amazing mod instructions, it's gonna be awesome. Oh, Vanen. Modded? That game is amazing. By the way, have no hopes of getting an orderly quest list. I enjoy having a clear quest list, like I do one thing, and then I do another, then I do another. I'll talk to these NPCs, I'm gonna get their quests, and then I'm gonna look later. But with Skyrim, it's, you walk down the street, and then you're just walking down, you hear somebody talk about something, it's like, bing, new side quest. It got to the point where I walk through a city and hear somebody go, you know that cave on the edge of... And I run the other way like, no, no, no more quests. I'm done. Yes, that's what the thing was. We're going to be accelerating for 50 minutes until this one reaches its periapsis. We need to adjust its orbital period. This is new. I have never done this before. Oh, look at that. The data received. So we see that? That was the data slowly transmitting. That is a Kerbalism mod change. Normally, data has different sort of variables, like you can only transmit like 20% of this data because your signal isn't sufficient enough, or you transmit it directly in one go, like in a batch of a couple of seconds. Kerbalism changes it around to make orbitals make more sense. You can do something orbitally, but you'll get the science slowly because it transmits it in tiny chunks, because there's gigabytes to send. So that makes you consider, do I want to make sure to have a satellite up there that's high quality, that's going to last for several years maybe, or at least, you know, hours or days, or do I send it back and get the science in one go? I like that system. Let's see, this baby, we're gonna need to orientate. Actually, no, prograde is good. But amazing, I tell you. You have people very active on the team, very active, and they tell me it's the most beautiful setup, the most beautiful. And other people have looked at it, smart people, the best people, smart, and they also say there's really smart, the best. That's good to know. That's I'll trust you. I'll trust you on it. Okay, let's advance this baby. Okay, so here was my theory on how to deal with getting a Kerbostationary orbit here. We want a Kerbostationary orbit on this thing, which is not exactly across from the planet, but a bit. I'm thinking almost over. Now, Kerbin rotates in 6 hours, so that means that this rotation is 3 hours. Which means that this rotation will be, what, 2 hours? So I want an orbital period of a day and 2 hours. So I will lag behind while this thing catches up with me. That's my theory right now. I've never done this before. I have no idea whether this will work. So I'm paying attention to the orbital period over there. And I'm raising to about 2 hours. So I want to make another alarm when it reaches the periapsis again. When it does that, I'm expecting this to have rotated here. You know, close enough for it to be a Kerbostationary orbit above it. At which point we are going to circularize right here to move that back in. In the meantime, we have 30 minutes for the Mun Science Scanner to reach its maneuver node. Welcome back, Uther. Welcome back. Donald Trumping your Skyrim mod. That's terrible if that becomes an actual verb, to trump. Actually, that is a verb, I'm suddenly realizing. You trump somebody, you play the trumps. He has ruined just those letters in that order. Okay, remember, this now is our satellite, which we're going to try to place in as much of an orbital polar orbit as we can. Now, slightly off, so that means that the little tips of the exact poles are not going to reach. But we are going to basically sweep the entirety of the Mun, so hopefully we are going to be able to catch all the biomes. Gotta catch them all. In the meantime, we're going to keep science here now open. We'll still be in space high above the Mun. But, you may want to see how far we go. We have a milestone. We have gathered the first scientific data from the Mun. That is the transmission we just have, if you remember. And we have completed our contract, which was explore the Mun. So more cash, a little bit more science, that is why I wanted to do these, because it checks off a number, not that one, not that one. Let's see, the flyby we've done, gathered scientific data, we just haven't returned from a flyby. That's not what this mission is. Not set up to be. Huh. You miss days when people said Trump and thought of the Hearthstone streamer? Oh, that must be difficult for that streamer. Here we are, though, in a Twitch stream where people come to be away from Trump. And then he's still there. All around. Okay, we're gonna fast forward this baby. Ooh, magnetometer scan, data received. That's more data from the Mun. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on... There we go. This is the problem. The electric charge. Our maneuver node is in the dark side. The dark side. Will it hold out? I don't think these engines generate... Oh god, this is a small engine. This definitely does not give you any electric charge. That is a big problem. I hope we can hold out. I think we can hold out, though, given the speed of... Actually, yeah, we should be able to hold out. We designed this way, remember? We designed it with enough battery power to be able to survive the dark side. Because the thing is, we still can transmit data. See? Because we have a connection to Kerbal. If we were here, the Mun would be blocking our connection, but we'd be in full sunlight. But here right now, we do not get any energy from the sun. And as it's draining, if it drains to 0, we can no longer control this probe. But we should have enough battery life to keep us... See, we're already halfway through, and we have more than half of our battery, so we should be fine. Oh, here, look at this. 3, 2, 1, blast. Nearly missed a maneuver node. So this one, as you can see, is basically going to use all our Delta V. This tiny little engine here. And that is because we are fully changing this plane into an orbital plane. That was way too much. If you remember, for the Minmus satellite, we sort of reached a plane like this, and that adjustment is far less. And also, the Mun is a far heavier body, so it has larger gravitational forces. You need to put more Delta V on there to actually change something, whereas Minmus is very, very light. So you need less fuel to do things there. Hey Vaden, that is actually not a theory. They've tracked the prices. The thing is, Ethereum is the cryptocurrency you're thinking of. The thing they did was, normally, mining for cryptocurrencies takes more power, more electricity, than it actually, than you actually gain from it. And the problem is, Chinese server farms have basically made Bitcoin mining not feasible. They will do it much faster, much better than you as an individual ever can. That's exactly why Ethereum was created, which was a currency that just used average graphical card processing power, and was supposed to have correcting measures against it. Good idea. Of course, the logical consequence is, these Chinese server farms then just buy out all the mid-range graphical cards and use those to mine Ethereum. But apparently that's been stabilized again, because they patched and upgraded something, or the sort of profit margin has disappeared. So now all these server farms are dumping all the graphical cards that they have again. So that spike in price is going to slowly lower again. Oh, there is Vaden, but Ethereum is the one that is involved in the spiking of the graphical cards, because it works differently from the other ones. Bitcoin, you mine purely with CPU processing power. Ethereum, you can also mine with GPUs. That's sort of the crucial difference of Ethereum. That's the thing they wanted to add to it, basically. So it's not all cryptocurrencies. It's specifically Ethereum in this case. Okay, it is going to burn out pretty much as soon as we reach a polar orbit. I'm gonna try... See, there we go. Perfect. Now this is in 250, 276, about as good as we can expect. And we've also got an achievement because we are now entered an orbit of the Mun. For all GPU-based mining. Ah, there's more. That's excellent. Here now, that's okay. Power high, both are on. Power low, both are off. Excellent. See, this one, don't care. That's interesting, Vaden, because I heard it just for Ethereum, basically. Start that radar scan. Now this is a remote tech device, and again, you see a little blip that it's scanning right now? It doesn't need to be pointed at the Mun, that's, you know, whatever. But this is going to be mapping the terrain, not the biomes, but the terrain. Simply a height map of the Mun. But this was also one of our contracts. The altimetry scan for 75%. Right now, Kerbal has been going on, that's 60% already. Where's our toolbar? There we go. As you can see, Kerbal, we've nearly completed. We're getting some real nice things. Let's do a rectangular map for clarity. There we go. Yeah, as you can see, it basically travels like that. And every time it crosses, it shifts that little bit so that it starts mapping out everything until we get 100%. So that is the Mun done. That's that contract waiting to be finished. What is our next contract? The Highlander 2. Let's jump to that ship. What was the Highlander 2 doing? This was a... Oh, yes. This was the plane, the inclination change that it needed to finish. Excellent. Honestly, the biggest issue in the computer graphics industry right now, especially from the point of view of games development, are in the realms of management and worker health rights. Oh, that surprises me not an iota. Anywhere where human beings can save money on just reducing the rights of workers, that's gonna get done. Okay, let's accelerate again. Again, slowly, the data from the Mun mission is being received, slowly transmitted. So that means by the time we get back to the Kerbal station, we're gonna have a bunch more science, because we finished a couple of contracts. Each gave us a couple more science, but particularly these scans are gonna give us way more science. Let's have a peek. We have about 89.5 science, so we're gonna have hopefully about 90, which is, I believe, enough for another tech tree advancement. And one of the things I'm enjoying right now is that we have less of the missions that are happening at the same time. So I think once we're done, we might start considering developing a shuttle that can go to the moon. Well, not a space shuttle, a capsule. What do you guys think? Should I... No, wait, that depends on the capsules we're gonna get. I'm suddenly realizing whether or not we can even get to the Mun with a manned mission. That's a whole other idea. We might be able to get a probe on the surface and get some science. Although, we're supposed to be able to do a flyby. So what do you think? Maybe a flyby dropping a unmanned probe on the surface and having a Kerbal in orbit? Do a flyby with a probe first and then see what we can get? Or just land a single probe on the Mun? What do you think? What would be cooler? I don't know if a Kerbal directly on the Mun is a good idea right now. It depends on the capsules we have. Also, I missed a plane change. Because I was talking too much about things and thinking. Okay. This plane change is relatively okay. We are going to need to reduce our periapses. Oh wait, we went... Oh, this is it! This was good enough. Check that out. 88,000. Successfully deployed our satellite in orbit of Kerbal. Excellent. The Götterdämmerung has completed its task. It is a free... wait, that's not the Götterdämmerung, it's a Highlander 2. It is a free elf. We're gonna rename this Highlander 2. Space Junk. And we're gonna name it Debris right now, because it's not functional for us. And by naming it Debris, we can filter out all these mission satellites. Actually, we'll... Not Space Junk. We'll keep its name as Highlander 2. That way we know which is which. We can define it unless we call it all Space Junk. But by calling it Debris, we can remove it from the normal setup. Let's go to the Space Center. Even CG Project Red, as much as we love them, very, very guilty of underpaying and overworking their staff. Ah. Fact is, because games are a diverse medium with such a broad range of potential products, no one knows how to make them. People know how to make movies. Oh, yeah. Sure thing, Venom. Thank you for lurking with us here. But yeah, with our movies, it took the longest amount of time to figure out how to make movies normally. And the same is happening with video games right now. They're still trying to figure out how does the medium work? What is a good way to do that? Okay, so we can buy this for 45. Or we can wait for the 0.5 science, which you can get by an EVA report on Kerbal. And get one of these. Now. Love the basic science. What would we be able to get? Storage, service bay, container tanks. This is something to do with... KIS container, okay. This is something to do with the colonization thing that I've installed. That is new to me. I have no idea how to use it. Ready pack of... Okay, ready pack of random supplies. Colony supplies, organics. Oh! Is that so we can drop supplies on space colonies? That's cool. Recycling. Why is that empty? That makes no sense. Electrics. Gets us the other set of photovoltaic panels. That's good. Still not able to retract those, but okay. Better fuel cell, another communitron, etc. And the solar wind spectrometer. That's pretty useful, but okay. Miniaturization gets us a new satellite for orbital science, a new State Putnik, new probe thing. Ooh, Clampotron Jr. Nice. That's for drones, stabilizers. Basically, it gets us the drone heads. That's good. Space exploration. Okay, more science. That's always good to get. More science. Oh, this is the chemical plant. This allows you to transform several different resources that you can bring to make, as you can see, ammonia, monopropellant, and water. So this some of these are locked. So for example, a bunch of these this is what you get at the start. This is what's locked until you get other things like precision engineering. I don't